Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm just going to go over how to prepare your potatoes to get them planted. Alright, so when it comes to timing for planting out your potatoes, you can plant them out a week or two before your last frost date if you want. There's not really a perfect time. Any time don't matter, but if you do plant before your frost date and they do start to pop up out of the ground, start to grow, the frost will kill some of the leaves off. It won't hurt the plant. The potato will grow back, but just know that if you do plant them out early, that the frost will hurt the leaves and stuff on the fresh potato plants. So I usually wait till right around my frost date to get them out, and usually don't have a problem, but we have had frost that has damaged the plants before, but they bounce right back. So, as you can see here, this is a Kennebec potato, my favorite potato to grow. It's already chitted out all its eyes. If your potatoes don't look like this, and say they just look normal, this is a small one, but they just look normal. So to get them to chit out like this, I just put them in a brown paper bag. The ones I buy come in a brown paper bag, but you just have to put them in a brown paper bag. I just put mine in the pantry in a paper bag, and in a week or so, they will, the eyes will start popping out and forming the little sprouts on them. So then now I'm going to cut them up and show you how I cut them up to get them ready to go into the garden soon here. So this potato has a lot of eyes. Now, when I cut up my potatoes, I like to at least get two eyes on my potatoes. Sometimes three, but for sure two. So on this one, kind of look at it. I could probably cut this one up into 3 chunks. Now, when you're cutting the potatoes, you don't want... I try to keep them at least golf ball size when I'm cutting them up. So I could probably get by with like 3 on this one. We'll just cut this one up to where if I was going to do 3. So we could do 1 there. So now this chunk you each have 2. This chunk has 1, 2, 3, 4. And them are 3 good sized chunks, and now that one potato becomes 3 separate plants there. Some people will say that the more you have, you'll get more potatoes, but smaller size potatoes. And so if you're a person that likes to just maybe try for a bigger potato, you can always just take your knife and cut off one of them, or 2 if you only want 2, and try to get bigger potatoes. Less potatoes, but bigger potatoes. But I'll just... I don't worry about that. I just cut them into chunks to where I have at least 2 eyes forming. This potato, this only has 1. This only has 1, and this would just be planted right into the ground as is. This one has 2 on top. There's 1 forming there, 1 forming there, so I would probably just leave this whole as well. Plant it right into the ground as a whole potato. You could just cut this half off, discard it if you wanted to, but I will just leave it as a whole potato. Now, when you're this process is basically you're wanting to get them. This is all moist now, and you want this to scab over, heal over. So in the years past, I've just set them all out on the table. Kitchen table, and that's worked fine for me. But I think I'll just use some trays, and I at least go 2 days to get them to heal over before I plant them. And you can go up to 3-5 days if you want. I'm not going to plant them for 5 days. I don't have the time, and I'm leaving for work here in a couple days, so I won't be back in time to plant them. So I'm just going to get them all cut up today, let them heal over for about a week before I plant them. And then anyway, so Kennebeck's my favorite to grow. I'm also going to be doing a Norland Red. And you can see these are all sprouting up good. And this one would kind of be hard to cut in half. So I'd probably just maybe leave this one as a whole one. You could cut this in half like this. I could put this end back in a paper bag and see if these form a little better, sprout out. So you could always do that as well. Anyway, like I said, this is going to be a short little video just showing you how to go through the process of cutting up your potatoes, because you don't want to just grab a potato this size and throw it into the ground. That's kind of a waste when you can get 2 potatoes out of 1. So when I'm done cutting them all up and I have the tray, like I said earlier, I have just spread them out on my kitchen table before and just let them sit for a few days on there. If you're not going to do that, just make sure you don't set them where like the sun's shining through in a window or something. You just don't want the sun hitting on them. You basically want them in a dark spot. That's preferable, but if not, just don't have the sun hitting on them. And if you practice the square foot gardening method, you know that 1 potato per square foot. So I kind of have my 2 beds picked out. They're both 4 by 8, so 32 square feet. So that's 32 plants per bed. I'm going to try to get 32 out of what I have, and then for the reds, I'll easily get 16. But if you want, you don't have to space them a foot apart. You can get by with 8 inches apart. You can put them a little closer and grow more potatoes. That's fine. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't waste any. I wouldn't throw any out. I would just plant them closer if I have to. So like I said, that's it. Short video. Hopefully it helped you out some if you haven't done this with your potatoes already. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.